What if the very thing you eat right before bedtime could silently be putting you at risk for dangerous blood clots? After age 65, your body works differently at night. Slower heart rate, thicker blood, and sluggish circulation, all quietly setting the stage for hidden threats. But imagine if one simple, natural ingredient could help clear away those clots, effortlessly while you sleep. Did you know that what you eat just before going to bed could be the very thing standing between you and a dangerous blood clot? After 65, your body simply doesn't process things the way it used to. Your blood naturally thickens at night, your heart rate slows down, and circulation decreases. It quietly creates the perfect conditions for tiny clots to form, without you even feeling a thing. But what if something as simple as a bite of food, one natural, proven ingredient, could help your body sweep those clots away as you sleep? In this video, you'll discover the exact food that could help, and why even top heart surgeons are quietly recommending it to their aging parents, not as some miracle cure, but as a smart, gentle way to prevent problems before they start. You'll also learn exactly what you should avoid eating with it, why the timing of this habit matters, and the biggest mistakes most seniors make when trying to protect their heart health at night. If you're between 65 and 80, or even younger, and looking to stay ahead, this could be one of the most important bedtime habits you ever discover. Because once blood clots take hold, the damage they cause can strike suddenly and often leaves permanent effects. But here's the good news. You're not powerless. You can take back some control, and it all starts with understanding how your body truly works at night and learning how to help it heal itself. Number 1. The silent danger of nighttime clotting. While we sleep, most of us imagine our bodies are resting peacefully. But for older adults, especially those in their late 60s to 80s, something far more unsettling may be happening beneath the surface. Blood flow naturally slows down during deep sleep, particularly in the legs and arms. It might not seem serious at first glance, but when you combine that with dehydration, sluggish circulation, and aging blood vessels, it creates a dangerous combination, almost like a ticking time bomb inside your body. This hidden danger often begins in places you won't even notice, at least not until it's too late. A tiny clot forming in your leg can unexpectedly break loose and travel to your lungs or brain. By the time you realize what's happening, the damage could already be done. That's what makes this risk even more alarming. There are no obvious symptoms. There's no sudden pain, no dramatic warning to alert you. Instead, it's a slow and silent buildup, quietly growing inside. This is why more cardiologists and vascular specialists are becoming outspoken about encouraging preventive habits at night, especially simple dietary routines that help keep your blood thin and flowing naturally. One of the easiest and most effective strategies involves a gentle, natural blood thinner before bed. Not a prescription, not a supplement, but something you likely already have in your kitchen. Certain foods are packed with natural compounds that support your vascular health and reduce the stickiness of your blood. When eaten at just the right time, they help your blood circulate smoothly throughout the night. Imagine the difference: waking up feeling refreshed, or potentially not waking up at all. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? While you won't hear doctors shouting about this from every rooftop, many heart surgeons, especially those in their 60s and 70s, have quietly adopted this nightly habit themselves. One retired heart surgeon named Greg, now 74, openly shared that he never skips his bedtime dose of this food. He explained it simply, saying, "I've seen firsthand what happens when blood flow slows down at night, and I'm not willing to take that risk." Sometimes prevention isn't flashy, it's subtle, it's consistent, and most importantly, it begins with awareness. Number 2, the nighttime role of garlic in cleansing clots. Garlic might seem like just an ordinary kitchen seasoning, but for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, it holds a hidden power, especially when consumed at night. Garlic contains a compound called allicin, which has been studied for its remarkable ability to support healthy blood flow, reduce the risk of clot formation, and keep arteries flexible. But here's what most people don't realize. The timing of when you eat garlic makes a significant difference. Taking it right before bed allows it to work in harmony with your body's nighttime processes when circulation naturally slows down. Its natural compounds begin to work during those long, quiet hours of rest, precisely when your blood becomes most prone to stagnation. That's the crucial window when your body is either gently healing itself or silently allowing hidden clots to build up. Some researchers have even found that consuming garlic at night has a much gentler effect compared to blood-thinning medications, especially for people who can't tolerate aspirin or other daily drugs. And unlike prescription treatments, garlic doesn't harm your stomach lining or cause long-term complications. Instead, its effects are steady and cumulative over time. When used consistently, garlic can help reduce platelet stickiness and lower fibrin, the protein responsible for forming clots. It does this without tipping the balance too far or increasing your risk of dangerous bleeding. Of course, some people may hesitate at the thought of garlic because of its strong smell or taste, but here's something many don't realize. Just one small clove, crushed and allowed to sit for about 10 minutes, then swallowed whole like a pill with a little warm water before bed, can be enough. That's all it takes. You don't even need to chew it. And if you add a teaspoon of raw honey, not only does it make the process smoother, but it also brings its own clot cleansing benefits. It's like giving your heart a double blessing in one simple step. Eleanor, an 82-year-old widow who had suffered multiple strokes, swore by this nightly ritual. Her doctor had placed her on blood thinners, but the side effects were too difficult for her to manage. One evening, a kind neighbor, who happened to be a retired nurse, slipped her a handwritten note suggesting she try garlic and honey before bed. 2 years later, Eleanor happily reported that her blood markers had improved, and she hadn't experienced a single dizzy spell since starting this simple routine. It's true what Carl Jung once said, "The shoe that fits one person pinches another." And nowhere is that more relevant than in health. Modern medicine certainly has its role, but sometimes the most effective answers lie in those time-tested remedies our grandmothers trusted long before pharmacies ever existed. If you're still watching and finding value in these insights, I invite you to leave a comment with the number 2 below, just to let me know you're here and engaged. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do so. Be sure to tap the bell icon too, so you never miss a new video. Your support allows us to keep sharing helpful content that informs, empowers, and inspires. Now, let's keep going with number 3. The forgotten power. Pomegranate juice holds a forgotten power that many older adults overlook. Most people don't think about blood clots until a health scare forces them to face it. A swollen leg, an unexpected trip to the emergency room, or a doctor calmly saying, "You were lucky this time." But what if there was something simple, natural, and even enjoyable that could quietly work in your favor night after night, with no need for prescriptions or uncomfortable side effects? That's where pomegranate juice comes in. This vibrant, deep red fruit is packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds shown to reduce oxidative stress, naturally thin the blood, and improve endothelial function. In simpler terms, it helps keep your blood vessels flexible, relaxed, and clean, making it easier for your blood to flow smoothly. What makes pomegranate juice stand out is its gentle ability to lower systolic blood pressure and protect your arteries from plaque buildup, which can often lead to dangerous clots. Drinking it before bed may actually allow these benefits to take root more deeply, as it works alongside your body's natural recovery processes that happen during sleep. In one clinical study, seniors who drank a glass of pomegranate juice each evening experienced a noticeable reduction in markers of inflammation and clotting within just a few weeks. But this isn't merely about lab results or numbers, it's also about how it makes people feel. Charles, a 76-year-old retired firefighter, shared his personal story. He admitted that he didn't expect much when he started drinking pomegranate juice at night. But soon, he noticed he was sleeping better, waking up with fewer headaches, and feeling less stiffness in his hands. Now, if he skips a night, he says he can feel the difference. Of course, not all juices are created equal. The key is to select a pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. not a sugary blend or one packed with additives. Just half a glass, around 4 to 6 ounces, is often enough to make a difference. Some people even enhance it by adding a dash of turmeric or a tiny pinch of black pepper to boost its anti-inflammatory effects. You might be surprised by how well your body responds to these small, intentional bedtime rituals. There's a quiet wisdom in carefully choosing what you sip before sleep. While some may reach for wine or tea, those who truly understand the body's rhythms, the heart surgeons, the nutritionists, and the wise elders, know that the right evening drink can act as a gentle form of nightly medicine, quietly clearing your vessels as you rest. Carl Jung once said that much of what affects us operates below the surface, in the unconscious. In many ways, the same can be said of these subtle health habits. And really, what could be more unconscious than sleep itself? That's exactly why the habits you form before bedtime often have a much bigger effect than you might realize. Pomegranate juice might look like just another drink sitting on your kitchen counter, but to your blood vessels, it's like hiring a professional cleaning crew that quietly comes in after hours, scrubbing away what doesn't belong. Now, let's talk about another remarkable duo, the clot-fighting power of garlic and olive oil together. Some people dismiss it as old-fashioned or merely a folk remedy, but many heart surgeons around the world quietly nod in agreement. This combination is among the most effective natural methods for cleansing the blood and reducing the risk of clot formation. Garlic contains a powerful compound called allicin, which acts much like a natural blood thinner. It works by reducing platelet aggregation, meaning it helps prevent your blood from sticking together in places where it shouldn't. Olive oil, especially extra virgin olive oil, adds another layer of protection with its rich supply of oleocanthal and omega-9 fatty acids. These compounds soothe inflammation and improve the elasticity of your arteries, allowing blood to flow more freely. But here's where things get even more fascinating. When garlic and olive oil are combined, something remarkable happens. The healthy fats in olive oil help your body absorb more of garlic's active compounds, allowing the two ingredients to work in harmony. Together, they enhance circulation, lower bad cholesterol, and significantly reduce the chances of clots forming. What makes this even more beneficial is the timing. When consumed at night, this combination doesn't interfere with your digestion or spike your blood sugar like heavier meals often do. Instead, it goes to work quietly, supporting your cardiovascular system during the long hours of rest, precisely when your blood naturally becomes thicker and more prone to clotting. That's when clots tend to form, as your body lies still and circulation slows. But garlic and olive oil gently keep everything moving, protecting you when you're most vulnerable. Let me share the story of Gloria, a 72-year-old woman who had been struggling with cold feet and a persistent tingling in her hands. Her doctor told her it was likely due to poor circulation, possibly linked to early signs of clotting issues. Instead of rushing into medications, Gloria decided to try a simple nightly habit. She began taking just half a clove of fresh garlic, minced and mixed into a teaspoon of olive oil, right before bed. Within a few weeks, she began noticing real changes. Not only did her circulation improve, but she also felt more energized when she woke up in the mornings. Her son, a nurse, even commented one day, saying, "Mom, whatever you're doing, keep doing it." And she did. Gloria kept up her nightly routine, not only because it was helping her physically, but also because it gave her a sense of empowerment. She felt like she was finally taking charge of her own health, on her terms. No pills, no harsh side effects, just real, natural food leading to real noticeable results. Carl Jung often spoke about the tension between our conscious and unconscious selves, and in many ways, the food we choose speaks to both. The choices you make before bed, whether it's the flavor you crave, the purpose behind it, or simply the care and attention you give to that small act, can quietly shape both your body and your mind over time. If you're still here, watching this video and finding these insights valuable, I'd love for you to comment the number 4 below. It's a simple way to let me know you're engaged and following along. And if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Your support truly helps us keep creating meaningful, helpful content to both inform and inspire. Now, let's keep going with number 5. The sleep-activated cleansing power triggered by tart cherries. This one might take you by surprise, but it's something many top cardiologists quietly recommend and personally use. Tart cherries, or more specifically, tart cherry juice, play a significant role in your body's natural nighttime repair process. Tart cherries aren't just about helping you sleep better, though that is one of their well-known benefits. They also help cleanse your system from the inside out. These bright red fruits are rich in melatonin, which supports healthy sleep cycles. But even more importantly, they contain anthocyanins, deep red plant pigments known for their anti-inflammatory properties and their ability to improve vascular function. That's why athletes often use tart cherry juice to speed up muscle recovery. For those of us over 65, however, the benefits of tart cherry juice go even deeper. While you sleep, your body enters a special phase known as slow-wave restoration. During this stage, your blood vessels are either constricting or beginning critical repair processes. When anthocyanins are present, they help prevent the stiffening and clot-forming effects that tend to increase as we age. In fact, one clinical study found that older adults who drank tart cherry juice before bed not only slept longer and more soundly, but also showed significant improvements in cardiovascular health markers in just 2 weeks. That's impressive, not just because of the science behind it, but because it proves how small, simple habits can lead to lasting, meaningful changes. Consider Leonard, a 76-year-old widower from Oregon. He used to wake up every morning with stiff, aching legs and discomfort that lingered throughout the day. And it wasn't just Leonard's legs. He also experienced tingling in his fingers, something he hadn't paid much attention to at first. It wasn't until a friend casually mentioned that these issues might be caused by slowed blood flow during sleep that he decided to try something new. He began drinking a small glass of tart cherry juice each evening, roughly 30 minutes before bed. Within just a week, he noticed a remarkable difference. Mornings became easier, no more shuffling out of bed, no more pins and needles in his arms. It was as if he'd been given a fresh start to his day, a new lease on life. What makes tart cherry juice so special isn't just its naturally rich flavor or its well-known sleep-enhancing properties. Its real magic lies in the way it quietly supports your body's internal cleaning crew during those deeply vulnerable nighttime hours. As Jung might say, night is the domain of the unconscious, but it's also when the body's most profound healing takes place. What you choose to give your body right before this healing process begins matters more than many people realize. Here's a quiet truth that more and more doctors are starting to accept. The most effective forms of healing aren't always complicated or high-tech. Sometimes they're found in the simplest rituals. Sometimes it's as easy as a small glass of dark red juice, taken with intention and a bit of trust, just before you lay your head down to sleep. Now, let's talk about another surprising remedy. Number 6. The circulation-boosting power of cayenne pepper at night. There's a reason why some of the world's oldest healing traditions, including Native American practices and Ayurvedic medicine, have used cayenne pepper not only as a spice, but also as a powerful medicinal tool. Here's why cayenne pepper holds such a special place in natural medicine. It's a potent, natural blood thinner. The key lies in a compound called capsaicin, which is the very substance responsible for its warming, spicy sensation. Capsaicin works by dilating your blood vessels, encouraging better circulation, and helping to dissolve fibrin, a protein that plays a major role in clot formation. For younger individuals in their 30s or 40s, this effect might not seem life-changing. But for those of us in our 60s, 70s, or 80s, when circulation naturally begins to slow, its impact can feel nothing short of remarkable. As we age, circulation naturally slows down, and our blood tends to thicken, especially at night. That's where a tiny pinch of cayenne pepper can make a meaningful difference. Just a small amount before bed can help your blood move more freely and smoothly throughout your body while you sleep. And timing here makes all the difference. When you take cayenne in a modest dose right before bedtime, perhaps mixed into a cup of warm lemon water or stirred gently into bone broth, it quietly goes to work, supporting your arteries during the night. Unlike caffeine or stimulants that jolt your system, cayenne works gently, encouraging better circulation during the very hours when your body is naturally focused on rest and internal repair. Take Linda, for example, an 82-year-old retired nurse from Ohio. She was never a fan of spicy foods, not even a little. But after being diagnosed with poor peripheral circulation and struggling with tingling in her hands during the night, she decided to give cayenne tea a try. Within just a few nights, something surprising happened. The tingling in her hands started to ease, and she noticed she wasn't waking up as frequently throughout the night. Even more astonishing, her feet, usually cold even under thick blankets, began to feel warm again. Linda admitted she never expected such a small step to make such a noticeable change. But as Carl Jung once said, sometimes a small act in the right moment can become something far greater. In this case, just a quarter teaspoon of cayenne, taken at precisely the right time, became a gentle but powerful tool for deep cleansing and circulation support. It's not magic. It's simply natural chemistry working in harmony with the biology of an aging body, carefully tuned to the body's own rhythms. Of course, it's important not to overdo it. A tiny amount goes a long way. Too much can irritate your stomach or even disturb your sleep. But just a pinch, combined with warm liquid, can help your blood glide effortlessly through your vessels instead of thickening or clumping. That's the quiet power of a simple ritual, the wisdom of paying close attention to what your body truly needs in those quietest hours of the night. If you're still here, watching and finding value in these insights, valuable, I'd love for you to comment the number 6 below to let me know you're here and engaged. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Be sure to tap the bell icon too, so you won't miss any future videos. Your support truly helps us continue creating meaningful content that's designed to inform, uplift, and inspire. Now, let's move forward to number 7, the deeply soothing and healing ritual of warm turmeric milk before bed. There's something almost sacred about settling down with a comforting cup of turmeric milk at night. For centuries, this drink has been known as golden milk throughout India, and not just because of its beautiful, glowing color. It's celebrated for what it does within the body, especially in aging bodies seeking natural support and balance. Turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful natural anti-inflammatory compound that has been shown in studies to help reduce the buildup of plaque within the arteries and to support healthy, steady blood flow. But here's where the magic really happens. When turmeric is consumed with warm milk and a dash of black pepper, the benefits are amplified dramatically. That's because black pepper contains piperine, which can boost the absorption of the curcumin by as much as 2,000%. This combination isn't just comforting, it's deeply therapeutic. As we grow older, the body's ability to manage inflammation, break down small clots, and regulate cholesterol naturally begins to slow. A warm cup of turmeric milk at night provides your body with a gentle, yet powerful tool to aid in these processes as you rest and repair overnight. Take Harold, for example, a 78-year-old retired truck driver from Kansas. At first, he was skeptical when his daughter suggested he try turmeric milk before bed. "I thought it was just some trendy health nonsense," he admitted with a chuckle. But he decided to give it a shot anyway. He mixed half a teaspoon of turmeric with a small pinch of black pepper into a cup of warm oat milk. Within just a few weeks, Harold began to notice subtle yet undeniable changes. His morning stiffness eased, his hands no longer cramped as often, and he started waking up feeling more rested and refreshed. What's remarkable is that he hadn't changed anything else in his routine, just this one simple nighttime ritual. Harold hadn't made any drastic changes to his medications or lifestyle. He simply added a nightly ritual that allowed his body to function more efficiently while he slept. It was a gentle, intentional choice that brought real results over time. Carl Jung once suggested that many of our personal healing journeys are reflected in the rituals we practice, and when older adults take a quiet moment to prepare something nourishing for themselves before bed, it becomes more than just a physical act. It's a personal statement, a way of saying, I am still here, I still matter, and I still choose to care for myself. This isn't about health fads or trendy diets. It's about creating a small but meaningful moment of peace, consistency, and quiet power at the close of each day. When you wrap your hands around a warm cup of golden milk at night, you're doing far more than simply drinking a beverage. You're actively supporting your heart, softening your blood, and giving your body the opportunity to cleanse and refresh the very vessels that keep you alive. And perhaps even more importantly, you're offering yourself something that's often overlooked: gentleness, kindness, and the self-respect you've always deserved. Now, let's take a step back for some final thoughts with Wes. Sometimes, the most powerful healing doesn't come from advanced technology or costly medications. It often comes from something much simpler: listening closely to your body, recognizing what it truly needs, and giving it with love, consistency, and patience. As we move through our 60s, 70s, and beyond, it can feel as though we're gradually losing control. Blood clots, fatigue, poor circulation. These aren't just medical terms. They're daily reminders that time is moving forward, whether we like it or not. But here's a quiet truth worth remembering. While time may move forward, so can we. Every thoughtful food choice, every small nightly habit you adopt, sends a quiet but powerful message to your body that says, you're not done yet. You are still capable of nurturing yourself. In this video, we've explored 7 simple evening habits that can help your body naturally support healthy blood flow. Not a single one of these practices requires expensive equipment or exotic ingredients. Instead, they are gentle, time-tested methods rooted in traditions that have been passed down for generations, now supported by modern science. But perhaps even more importantly, these habits aren't just about improving your physical health. They're also about reclaiming a sense of dignity and control. They're quiet, personal acts of self-care, small anchors of strength in a world that too often overlooks or underestimates older adults. But you, watching this, know better. You understand that with age comes not only physical challenges, but also deep wisdom. Along with the lines on your face and the stories you carry, you also hold insight, the kind of insight that allows you to recognize the power of even the smallest choices. With the right knowledge and consistent habits, your evenings can become a time of peaceful restoration and quiet healing. You can create a nightly space for your body to recover, for your heart to grow stronger, and for your spirit to feel renewed. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We'd truly love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below, sharing at least one thing you learned from this video and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your thoughts are incredibly valuable, and we deeply appreciate every comment. Reading your messages gives us both motivation and encouragement to keep creating meaningful content. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you valuable, inspiring information. Wishing you great health, lasting happiness, and peace in every moment. Take good care of yourself, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos.